What's shaking YouTube and welcome to Lords of Long Box presents the comic book Shakers of the Week for 5/18/2023. While you guys are congregating, shall we get some music for y'all? I do believe it is Freestyle Friday, so you know what that means, right? Tomorrow's Friday, so today is freestyle. So yeah.
The baddest on the microphone apparatus is here. When I rock a rhyme, often eyes are dropping a tear. It's so beautiful, it's America's landscapes when this man makes lyrics like the syrups that you pour upon your pancakes. My mandate is to grip minds like a handshake. Spit Orlando Lakes and go skinny dip with the fan base. Over any damn breakbeat, I hastily make pastries tastier than anything that Wolfgang makes. So take notes out of suckers, I make coats, lump of some like Bubba Gump fishing on lake boats. I take jokes and turn the comedy into drama. I'm bagging on your mama, I'm Jeffrey Dahmer behind ya. I'm a rhyme writer, lock stock, smoking the ganja. Rebuttals befuddle, leaving a puddle of saliva, sillies. You couldn't handle Randall when I throw my grammar at you. It hit your head and you would think I threw a hammer at you. I point the camera at you like Herb Ritz. Develop it, then use the pictures to pick up bird shits. You're nervous as the impervious wordsmiths hanging out in Rafa's new crib come with the verses.
What's shaking, everybody? Hey, thanks for joining us on this Thursday afternoon. I know there's a basketball game on, but hopefully YouTube TV won't fuck it up for you. That was a thing on Tuesday's game. I have YouTube TV, and I couldn't watch the last 7 minutes of the game. All prior to that, it was like buffering, and it was just that channel and some other channel.
That's heartbreaking.
Then I found out later on in the evening, I was trying to watch HBO. Like before I went to sleep, I was watching Black Mass. Excellent movie, by the way. It's about Whitey Bulger. Great fucking film. Johnny Depp kills it.
So we should watch that. This is something the TiVo was suggesting because that's on the bingo card. Everybody go ahead and drink.
Yeah, interesting fun fact. They found Whitey Bulger in Santa Monica, all the way from Boston to Santa Monica in like, I want to say the early 2000s or somewhere around there. It was crazy. But anyway, Laura, say what's good.
Hey guys, welcome in. This is my favorite show of the week, so it's a good list, a lot of good ones. I don't think it's an over.
Not for me, it ain't. JB, say what's good.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Shakers List. It's an offer for me, I'll tell you that, man. This one's a good one. Make sure you comment on today's video what your favorite cover is to be entered into next Tuesday's giveaway. And stick around to the end of the show because we're going to be giving away a few books, I'm assuming.
Shit, I gotta cap this because I still gotta ship like 10 things.
Let's ship something already. Come
I'm
on.
gonna just say like this week, with this week's runner, fuck it, I'll just do them tomorrow. So if the guy, whoever wins today, they get back to me by tomorrow, then you'll be in for the last round of books that I have. I got a short box from Anthony at signing. So Gabe, say what's good.
What's going on, everybody? This is gonna be a fun list, so hang tight. It's gonna be good times.
Yeah. I got these.
As Tim's
T-Bo's about to show off the books. How many people? We
There you
got
go.
59 already. Let's get
Look at
a
that.
few thumbs up with the 59 people in here.
Damn.
All signed by Tony
Damn.
Fleece.
You got it. You nailed it.
There's
Two
10
shows
winners,
in
so
a
I
row,
think there's
man.
10 winners, so we're gonna give one to each one of you guys. If there's one that's left over, I also have some unsigned copies. I'll sign myself for you. There you go. So you'll get some type of
There you
signed
go.
copy.
Pretty cool.
All right, the show is long, super long intros, but hey, good things come for those who wait, right? This show is brought to our friends over at CovrPrice.com for your price guides, collections, and trends. The top 10 list we do every Tuesday, and this here's Shakers list that we do every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Also, our good friends at Bird City Comics use discount code of LOTLB to get 15% off anything in the Bird City Comics exclusive store. I don't have a graphic, but can you tell them what's dropping Friday, Laura?
Actually, it's Saturday this week, but we
Saturday,
have.
okay.
No, you're totally fine. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Lost Years. We have a Inyuk Lee cover. If you guys are familiar with the Predator 1 in 500 that he did, it's the same concept, only with, I believe it's Michelangelo.
One of my favorite
And of
artists.
course, if you want that text alert, text the word exclusive to 833-550-0802.
Yeah, do that.
All right. I can't wait. All right. So let's get right to it, boys and girls. This is the Cover Price comic book Shakers of the Week, where this one's a little bit different. The top 10. This list comes from friends of Cover Price, focusing on new sales or the most interesting sales found on their exclusive daily Shakers list. This list changes several times a day, so make sure you see what's shaking. We're going to see what's shaking today at the end of this show, boys and girls. So make sure you hang around for that. That's always fun and exciting, all right? But let's get things started, shall we? What do we got for the first shaker?
All right, let's kick it off. Astonishing X-Men number 61, the Noto variant from 2013. Gambit has his fans, as does Phil Noto, and this variant is easily one of the best portrayals of Gambit you will find. This book does not pop up for sale often, but the past few times it has exceeded past sales. A Raw sold for close to $80 on auction earlier this month, but the focus here is on the $400 sale for a CGC 9.8 this week. News about a Gambit feature film was heavy at one time, but there has only been silence for years now. The character will certainly make his debut at some point, not soon enough, and if successful, Gambit keys and variants will surely heat up. So this is one to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, this one is pretty cool. I had no idea it was that expensive in a 9.8.
Yeah, it's badass. I like this one a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
Look at
I
that
mean,
look
no
on his
first
face.
appearance or anything, right? It's just a cool, groovy cover. That's it.
Yeah.
He's got that, what can I say, look on his face. He's like, come on.
So he's at who on one end? One is Rogue on one end. Who's that on the other end? Is that Shadow Kitty Pride or who is that?
I can't tell.
Some in the live chat. Pop it up. All right. First on the list is Astonishing X-Men number 61, the Phil Noto variant. 400 bones for a 9.8. All right. Here's a good book to have.
This is awesome here. I love number 2 here with Akira number 37, Marvel Comics 1995. Per Movie Web, Taika Waititi is set to write the script for the long-rumored live-action adaptation of this famous manga series. Originally, it was rumored that Leonardo DiCaprio was working on the project before that petered out. Regardless, a live-action adaptation would be difficult to say the least. Still, seeing news like this gets people talking and especially gets people looking back at the series. The film adaptation was originally released in 1988 and has been parodied, homaged, and love lettered to death. For good reason, it is one of the most influential works of all time. But what American audiences may be more familiar with is the adaptation produced by Marvel in the mid-90s, stretching 38 issues. Now, recently, the penultimate issue, number 37, came to the market and shattered its previous all-time high sell. A CGC 9.8 came to market and was snatched up for a cool $800, doubling on its previous high sell of $400 back in 2021. Not only was not give me a second here. Not only was it the penultimate issue, it's dang hard to find, as the anime audience in America was not what it is today. Also, these books were square bound and incredibly difficult to find in high grade, especially by the 11 copies of this book that populated the CGC census at that grade. Add an incredible cover to the mix, and you have a fantastic blast from the past, blasting a hole in a collector's wallet.
Which is odd that square bound. Well, always say square bound is either 9.8 or it's not, right?
I
Is
know
it
the
open
black
it
cover
creases.
square bound. Come on,
Yeah,
man!
yeah,
If
yeah,
anybody
exactly,
read it,
yeah.
it's done.
It's like the
As
it's like the
soon
Killing
as you
Joke,
crack
right?
this thing,
Just
It's
like
the
Dark
Killing
Knight.
Joke. You read it, it's a 9.8. If you read it, it's not a 9.8. If you
there's
don't,
no
I mean,
way it can't
if you
be
don't read it,
9.8
yeah.
if you read it.
Because it automatically creates, stuff on it. And from 1995 to now, I would say one of the great Easter eggs of Akira and his bike is from Ready Player One, the movie with Steven Spielberg. The
Such a good movie.
love that flick. Yeah,
It's
man. I love me some anime and stuff. Akira number 37, Marvel 1995, CGC 9.8 for 800. I remember when Akira first, I wasn't a big fan of it because I was already into Macross and mecha and stuff like this. This is much more highbrow anime. As I got older, I learned to appreciate it. But when I was younger, I was like, it's okay. I mean, it's no Ninja Scroll, but goddamn, I guess it's okay. It's one of those anime tropes that the characters just scream at the top of their lungs for no reason at all. You know what I'm talking about? If you watch it in the original Japanese, it's imagine Attack on Titan. If you guys have seen that anime and how they're like always like screaming, like they're literally gonna die. That's like Akira. If you have to see it Japanese with the English subtitles, you have to. All right, Akira number 37. What do you got up next? Ooh, some more. I was just talking
All
about.
right. Next up, we've got Battle of the Planets, issue number 1, originally published in 1979. With the success of Speed Racer back in the 60s, Tatsunoko's G-Force was the next animated installment to race onto the TV screen. Mark, Jason, Princess, Keop, and Tiny helped pave the way for many future anime projects to prosper in America. With a few tweaks here and there from the original Gatchaman, Battle of the Planets was a huge success and goes down in the annals as one of the top 100 animated series of all time. The first episode, which aired back in 1978, inspired the comic book adaptation by Gold Key shortly after. Although there is a CBCS 9.8 somewhere out there for $1,480, this is the highest sale in a CGC 9.8 at $950 this week. Now, fun fact, Alex Ross is a huge fan of Battle of the Planets and has included his artwork to the franchise over the years. TiVo, you're muted.
No, I was just saying, that was it. That was just ended abruptly. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. No, because I was Googling something else because I bought these. If you can't get these, I highly recommend getting the Michael Turner covers. It's so dope. If you haven't seen those, Mike, I'm trying to see how many he did. Yeah, he did the entire run. I think all the covers were. But
That's a great comment by Lord of Brooklyn. Uncle Roman has 90% of all the Battle of the Planet number ones listed on the CGC census.
Yeah, just Google the ones. Just Google the Michael Turner Battle of the Planets. It came out, and I want to say it's a Top Cow book, so it had to have been in the
Like 2002.
Yeah. But it's
Well, now I want to see it. I can't move on until I see it now.
just Google it. You can Google it.
Ooh, yeah.
Alex Ross did
Okay.
covers for that series and stuff too.
Yeah. So Battle of Planets from Gold Key. There was a new, I don't know if it was live action or animated. I'm trying to remember. It's one of those things like it's Battle of the Planets, Akira, Macross. They've been like in development hell for like the longest time. And originally Battle of Planets was the Japanese version of it. They called it Gatchaman, and then they call it G-Force at one point too. I think on American TV, didn't they call it G-Force?
Was it? I don't remember that, but okay.
Yeah, because they were thinking Battle of the Planets doesn't really catch it, and I think there was a live action Battle of the Planets movie or some shit like that. So they called it G-Force, and they didn't call it Gatchaman, which was the original Japanese version. All right. So let's get right to it. We always talk about these weird books, and here's your first weird book.
Oh, whoops. I was shopping. I just got that Michael Turner variant. I love
Nice.
it. I really am. All right. So next up, we have the Comics Journal number 85 from 1983. Everyone is looking for the first appearance of characters that go beyond their official first appearance in a comic book story. Previews have become a big deal, and characters such as Spawn have collectors scrambling for previews and ads that show his first published appearance. Foom is another book that has been a gold mine for collectors looking for the first published appearances. One collector recently paid $4,000 for a 9.8 preview of Harley Quinn in Comic Scene number 31.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it's safe to say that this trend will only keep progressing. The Comics Journal number 85 contains the first published appearance of Spider-Man's black costume, which was submitted by a fan in 1982 during a Marvel competition, encouraging fans to come up with new ideas for the Marvel Universe. What's crazier is that Marvel paid said fan $220 for what has become an iconic costume of Marvel's most popular character, and also spawned one of the greatest Spider-Man villains of all time. Someone really needed to own this nostalgic piece and dropped $835 for a 9.6 on May 14th. So about 4 days ago. Again, this trend is not slowing down, so keep your eyes out there for these unusual preview books and magazines. And another example of that would be Rocket Raccoon. If you look at Marvel Preview number 7, that's the first Rocky Raccoon, which I believe he's named Rocket in The Incredible Hulk 271. Same concept, though. Go for the previews. Find them.
Yeah, man. So Comics Journal number 85 from Fantagraphics, 1983, 835 bones and a 9.6. So you guys don't even understand how dope it was to go to a comic book shop in the 80s, because you can get stuff like the Comics Journal, the Comic Book Shop Weekly, or some shit like that. And then eventually the Wizard and all these. And then a lot of that. What's that one that the little fold out Gabe that was free?
Comic Shop magazine?
Comic Shop News or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Comic Shop News.
I did not know they were still making those, by the way. Just my
They are
shop
not
doesn't
still making comic
yeah,
shop news.
yeah, they are. My shop doesn't get them all the time.
That's
but I was like,
cool.
hey, yeah, I was like, look at that. They still have it. I was take one and yeah. But back then, you go to the store, you go to shop, you get your books, and then you buy Wizard, you buy the Comics Journal, you buy all this great kind of supplementary content that was out there, and you would read through them because it was a fucking magazine. Go figure, not a website. You had to read the magazine. All right. The Comics Journal number 85, 1983, the first appearance of Venom. Is that what you said? Or Black Suit Spidey? Black
Suit
right?
Spidey.
First preview. I'm sorry, before I get annihilated on the internet. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Preview.
Previews, direct editions,
Whatever.
all that stuff is like Thanos. It's inevitable. So either roll with it or you're swimming upstream, dying like a fish. Anyway.
Take my ASM 252 and Secret Wars 8 all day.
All right, here's your chance to get on
Word.
board, because I did, boys and girls.
All right, so we got a Dr. Voodoo number 1 for number 5 today. This is the variant, Marvel Comics 2008. This is a book that was covered in 2021 as speculation and rumors assisted in this variant reaching all new highs of $200 raw. As Multiverse of Madness came and quickly went, hype for Dr. Voodoo did as well. But fast forward to 2023, and Dr. Voodoo chatter is still making the rounds due to various MCU shows and films where he could play a part. It was worth noting that if Doctor Strange were to be phased out in the MCU, Voodoo would be an easy choice as a quote-unquote replacement. All of these rumors and collector speculations have led to this difficult-to-find variant selling for an all-time high of $382 for a CGC 9.8 this week. This is an excellent book for speculation purposes, if found for a reasonable price, of course. So be sure to check the bins at your local comic book store.
What do you think, TiVo? Could Voodoo replace Doctor Strange?
Shut your whore mouth, Matt. I'm just kidding. Eventually, I mean, actors are going to phase out this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Captain America's gone. You never thought you'd say that. For now.
That was so real. That was so real.
That was a moment.
Read the tea leaves. Are all there, man. We've
read
heard
the tea
rumblings.
leaves. Drink, everybody. Read the tea leaves.
So not only did what was that show? It's Cloak and Dagger, takes place in New Orleans. Dr. Voodoo's from New Orleans. You got Strange Academy. Dr. Voodoo is a teacher there. You know, and this is the first time he's called Dr. Voodoo, by the way. You know, because Brother Voodoo, which I have 2 or 3 of those as well, 9.2. And you know, obviously, you know, you can't call a dude Brother Voodoo nowadays. Come on now. I mean, I can because I'm cool like that, but you know, just your average dude. But Dr. Voodoo sounds just as dope. Dr. Strange, Dr. Voodoo, put it all together, you make it complete. And this is also dope homage to who? Frank Bruner. That's right. It's even on the cover. Oh, no,
Yeah, this is my
Tan.
favorite
Oh,
cover of the
Tan.
show
Oh,
by
Tan. You
far.
disappointed me, Tan. You should have said Tan after Bruner. But anyway, everybody knows this is an homage to Doctor Strange #1, right? Come on. Let's just highlight that for a while. I'm gonna find Matt and I'm gonna slap the shit out of him for even insinuating that, putting that into the universe that way.
JB, they want you to clip that.
Right? Yeah, we're gonna have to clip that. And make that one of them.
Roar mouth. That's gonna be the new clip.
All right. All right. Here's a really fun book. We always talk about these frame covers on here. Here's one of the cooler ones.
All right. Before I get to this one, man, we got 97 in the house. Let's all take a moment and hit the thumbs up. It's free. All right. Next up, The Ewoks, issue number 10, originally published in 1986. Star Wars is incredibly hot right now, but $580 for a 9.8 of a direct edition Ewoks book? Come on, man. After some digging, here's what we know. There are only 18 CGC 9.8 copies on the census out of 64 non-signature series, total graded. That's not a ton, but not exactly a ghost for a random Ewok issue. Now, there are a couple of small reasons behind its demand. First, you have a solo cover of Wicket. And second, it's a Marvel frame cover featuring Marvel MCU big names, which is kind of an odd I can't even know what that word is.
Hold on, where are you
Crossover situation. See, I knew I should have reread that one. For Marvel frame completist, and I am, securing 9.8 copies of the off-the-radar mid-80s books is definitely a thing, and this $580 sale may be the highest ever, but it's not exactly unique. 2 other identical copies sold for $400 each last year, and when I say identical, I mean it. The CGC labels for these 3 were sequential from ending in 21 to ending in 23. So it looks like someone found a stack of crispy Wickets and sent them over in one go. So maybe keep an eye out for more to emerge.
Yeah,
Well
prescient?
Prescient.
Is it prescient?
Prescient.
It's
I think that's the
prescient.
word.
Shout
Damn
out
you,
to the
Matt
writers
DeVoe,
at
with throwing your
CovrPrice.
big
Always
words at
throwing
us.
in some hard words for us, Reed. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So Ewoks number 10, the direct edition. So not only is this a frame, this is an anniversary frame issue, which makes it even more collectible. Look for all these sets if you could find them. I think like 2 or 3 years ago, because I was looking for the blank variant, right? Because that one's really hard to find. Or not a variant, excuse me, just a blank cover. It's from 1986, for God's sakes. Why would they have a blank cover in 1986? That's why it's so rare. So I went on eBay and somebody had every frame cover and they were selling them as a set, like just raw. And I was like, man, they wanted like what, $1,000. I don't even know how many there are, but it's something you should look for.
Well,
Every time I go to,
there's a couple that are really hard to find, and there it is, Geek Stock.
Care Bears?
You nailed it. You nailed it. This Ewoks is one of the hardest ones to find, and the Care Bears one is a hard one to find. So if you're completionist and you're trying to fill this run, those two just crush you.
yeah, I mean, I like the blank cover too, because you can just put your own character in. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody to do a sketch for you, and they can put their own character in there, man. It was weird. Like when I was at the LCS with Ant and Adam, there was a blank cover that came out. I was like, wow, you don't see many blank covers nowadays either. I mean, they used to be all the rage. Remember that? Like 4 years ago, man, there used to be blank variants all the time. But all right, time for our regular phone book that we do every month or so.
Oh, this is me. Okay, Foom, number 15 from 1976. Who doesn't love to see an Americaned out Howard the Duck rocking the Nixon pose? One recent collector sure did, willing to part with $1,001 to secure a beautiful CGC 9.8 copy. However, despite a killer wraparound cover and interior art from legend John Romita Sr. and Jack Kirby, there is more to this book. It features a preview of Miss Marvel and Captain Britain, technically both of their first appearances, as neither would appear for several months. Miss Marvel got the preview treatment for issue number 1 of her run 4 months before it debuted, while Captain Britain got a preview 1 month before his debut in Captain Britain number 1. In a time when collectors often debate first appearances, a la Wolverine and Hulk 180 versus 181, some feel the debate is settled with this issue and are willing to pay a premium for it. The sale of $1,001 beats out its previous high secured sale last year by $201. Oddly enough, a CGC 9.6 sold the same day for a minor $215. Once again, a premium grade warrants a premium price. But for those looking to secure this book, a 9.6 is much more attainable for the masses. Why not, as it features an excellent cover and internal news featuring great tidbits about some of the greats of all time and up-and-comers alike, like Jerry Conway, George Tuska, Sal Buscema, Archie Goodwin, Chris Claremont, Dave Cockrum, Jim Mooney, Paul Galassi, Bill Mountlow, Keith Bullard, Jack Kirby, Mike Royer, Roy Thomas, George Perez, Barry Windsor-Smith, John Warner, Ross Andrew, Marv Wolfman, and Len Wein. A wall of names to read, but many
Well
that the
done.
community...
Yeah, touche. Well done.
And
That's a lot of names.
innovation.
Thank you. Boom.
Boom
Awesome.
for boom. All right. Friends of old Mary Marvel, whatever the fuck it is. I had no idea that this was the first appearance of Miss Marvel being Carol Danvers and first Captain Britain. That's nuts. I did not know that. See, you learn something every day, boys and
know
girls,
that
on the
either.
Shaker Show.
Crazy.
All
That's
right.
2 preview appearances on the list.
Yep.
Lord,
This
I'm
book
booked
has
too.
2 previews just alone in it, right?
Yeah.
Because this is, that's amazing, man. So, Foom number 15 from 1976, 1001 in a 9.8. For the person to bid 1,000, you must be just killing yourself to get outbid by $1. All right. You know us, we love us some silver, Bronze Age or Silver Age horror. Basically, a year horror, right?
This is
Let's get to it.
golden, wouldn't
Yeah, this is a great one
Crazy
here.
ass dogs on there. I don't know what's wrong with them dogs.
So this is House of Mystery number 1, DC Comics, 1951. Attributed to being DC's first published horror comic, House of Mystery was a long-running compilation of terror that spanned over 30 years. House of Mystery itself was responsible for various other spin-offs, most notably Dial H for Hero. With the horror, mystery, and suspense themes dominating the era, DC had to throw their hat into the genre and produce this book with a classic homage-themed cover to Weird Tales, March 1933. This week, House of Mystery reached a high sale of 2,450 for a CGC 7.5. There are 114 copies currently on the census, with sales increasing consistently year after year.
That is pretty cool, man. First DC horror book, 1951, House of Mystery number 1.
I love it.
Yeah, man, I love the way they showed the House of Mystery with Constantine, whatever.
No, you said it right the first time. You said it right.
Constantine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him Constantine, man. What did he call him on the Keanu Reeves film? Constantine or Constantine?
Constantine,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. See.
But the comic, he very clearly says his name's Constantine.
Okay. And the animated shows too. I'm trying to see the animated movies because the Justice League Dark they feature the House of Mystery very prominently. And there's that weird alien chick that lives inside of it. Who is that chick? Trying to remember her name. She looks like an alien though. She's got like weird wings and she just looks like an alien. But you know what are you gonna do? All right, House of Mystery number 1, 1951. CGC 7.5 for 24.50. Wow, that seems like a great deal. A 7.5
like
for 19.
steal.
Yeah. All right.
That's
So we go from 1951 all the way up to like, boom, 2008.
What is this?
Yeah, well, this is craziness right here. All right, folks, this is my last read of the night, so make sure you give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the show. We've got Scud, the Disposable Assassin, issue number 21, the Ashley Wood second print, originally published in 2008 from Image. Now, this is a fun and smart series that was created by Rob Schrab and published by Fireman Press in 1994. In the 90s, Rob was a longtime co-writer with community creator and Rick and Morty co-creator Dan Harmon. In fact, Scud appeared in early animation projects featuring Rick and Morty's original personas of Doc and Marty. Scud was even once optioned for a film in 1997 at Oliver Stone's company, Illusion Entertainment. However, by 1998, Schrab was frustrated by the overall series direction and put it on hiatus with issue number 20. As Schrab's Hollywood career took off, along with a falling out with Fireman Press over the rights, that hiatus became indefinite. 10 years later, in 2008, with the rights issue resolved, Schrab released Scud in a 4-part series with issues 21 through 24 at Image Comics. He was quoted saying, "We wanted Scud to go out with a bang." This low-printed issue of 6,800 copies ended up with a WonderCon exclusive cover, as well as this second print drawn by Ashley Wood. Now, both of these covers are incredibly rare and nearly impossible to find. Ashley Wood has a die-hard set of fans who pay premiums for his hard-to-find work, and this definitely fits that. Hence, this week's new high sale of $325 for a CGC 9.8.
Okay.
I'm digging it. I mean, that's because I remember Scud came out in the 90s, right? Trying to remember Scud, the original.
Yeah, then there was a video
Fireman
game.
Press.
Scud.
Yeah, but I dig this cover. It looks very, you know why? It's not glossy. It's got like that very, kind of flat, kind of graffiti look to it. Just look at the top of his head. All right, as graffiti artists, we
definitely a little graffiti artist, right?
As graffiti artists, what we do is try to make a shiny point on things when you draw them. So that's like the prototypical thing that you would see from somebody doing a piece, not tagging. Well, you can see them tagging.
Yeah,
sometimes.
still with the white outline and everything too. It is very graffiti.
Yeah, I'm digging it. Like if you see graffiti pieces, they're always comic book characters in them. One of the biggest, dopest pieces I saw was right off King Road in East San Jose, and they way back in like the 80s, somebody had thrown up a giant burner of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the car wash, and I was like, that's dope, because I knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this graffiti artist definitely knows his comic books. So he's talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in like 86, 87, way before. This is like, the Mirage Teenage Mutant Turtles. But anyway, Scud, the Disposable Assassin number 21. It sure did take a long time to get to issue 21, right? It was like, we'll do 1 through 20, and then, maybe 10 years later, we'll continue with 21. But hey, kudos to him for sticking with it, man. All right, last one on the list, boys and girls. Don't go away. We'll see what's shaking today. Can't have a show without a video game book, right?
Yeah, to end the list, we have Sonic the Hedgehog issue number 4. This is the Tyson Hess retailer incentive 1 in 25 from IDW back in 2018. Released by IDW in 2018, this incentive ratio features the incredible creative talents of writer Ian Flynn and artist Evan Stanley. Issue number 4 also introduces Tangle the Lemur, a spunky and resourceful new character who adds a fresh dynamic to the story. In this story, Tangle teams up with Sonic and Blaze to take on Dr. Eggman, leading up to a climatic battle. Both being an incentive and a modern book, this item certainly has a niche crowd. There have only been 4 recorded sales, the most recent being a raw issue that sold for $100, which is a new high. The other 3 sales range from $40 to $80. Interesting, this cover does not feature Tangle.
Huh. So I'm trying to think, when did the first Sonic Hedgehog movie come out?
Oh, I don't know.
Was it around 2018? Because just the audacity of IDW to throw up a 1 in 25 variant for Sonic the Hedgehog, right? I mean, that's just nuts to me. But each his own. People grew up with a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. If you should see the documentary thing. That's right. I brought up documentary.
Drink, everybody. That's the third. Fill out your bingo card.
What's that? It's a video game show on Netflix, and they talk about how Sonic came along and just really wanted to disrupt everybody, and they said Sonic, it was like assault on the senses if you remember when they used to do commercials. It was crazy, but I forgot what the name of it is called. Look it up. I think it's one of those video game ones where they go through like, Nintendo on the scene and blah blah blah, and and then the last episode is Sonic the Hedgehog, and they even talk about like what was that Doom, the first person shooter, like one of the real first person shooters. I mean, if you want to get legit, that was Frankenstein, that the what was that
Castle Wolfenstein?
Yeah, the one with like like zombie Hitler and all that. That was really the true first person shooter. But I remember after that, it was like, that really spawned everything. I mean, it just got out of control. I always sucked at first person shooter, so I was like, screw you guys, man. All right. Although I did really like what's that? No, Diablo wasn't a first person shooter. I think did they have one? I'm trying to think. Anyway. All right. We're doing here.
All right. Well, you know how this works. We want to give away some books, and maybe TiVo will actually ship them tomorrow. That would be great if you get a hold of him.
It's getting out of control, man. You keep on making me give away shit every day, man.
You get a hold of him tonight. Maybe he will put those out in the mail to you tomorrow. Please take a moment, if you haven't already, to drop a comment, any comment on last Tuesday's show. And make sure you're commenting on this show when it ends. Maybe your favorite cover, maybe any comment, maybe your highlight of the show. Did you fill out your bingo card when TiVo mentioned the documentary? I was really close. But we're going to go ahead and run this now. I think we've given everybody plenty of time. So we're going to run over here. And I think we've got, how many comments did we have on here? I think we have 53 comments on that video. TiVo, you want to run it now, right? Are you good? TiVo? I don't know. You're muted. So there's another bingo card entry.
No, I'm not.
Go ahead and run it. Okay.
Yeah, man. You've been dropping in there all night. What are they waiting for?
All night. We're running it. Okay, everybody. Who's the winner today? And we've got Ronnie Sanders and the
He's in the live chat.
Super Dog. Every show is better than the last. Love it.
Yay.
Fantastic comment. Congratulations, Ronnie Saunders. You are a winner.
I think
Reach
he's in the
out
live chat too.
Make sure we get those books to you.
Yeah, he's in the live chat too, I think.
He is in the live chat for sure. TiVo, you want to seamlessly transition us into checking the daily Shakers list?
Yeah, let me actually flex and go to my collection. You know what I'm saying?
This is high production value here that we've got here on the channel. Shout out to the 102 in the chat. Let's make sure you're taking a moment to hit that thumbs up.
All righty, let's see what's shaking today, boys and girls. This is the top 10. Still digging this Nakayama variant. Dope. You know what's cool? Somebody just tagged me when I was talking about how the bag has like art on it, and he tagged me on Twitter. And which one did he show? As I seamlessly digress here on. Yeah, Zombie Prophet was who tagged me though? Yeah, Zombie Prophet, who's in the live chat as well. The poly bag for Ghost Rider 28 is pretty badass. Yeah, and it even has an outline of Ghost Rider's face on the back of it. So on the back cover, you can see Ghost Rider's face. Is it on the front cover? I'm trying to see. Yeah. You know what? There it is. Yeah. See the outline here?
Yeah, barely.
It's Ghost Rider's face.
Cool.
What?
Very cool. Yep, in the bag. So release them from their bags. All right. Let's see what's shaking.
Yeah, get that poster out of there and hang it up on your wall like a badass.
I know. I got like a bunch of them. I was like, maybe I'll throw them in. Oh, only one. What are we doing here?
One. What's up with that?
Only a Hulk 181. That's all.
TMNT
no TMNT one, huh?
6.0 for 13 grand.
No Fantastic Four one? Come on.
That's too obvious, man. Come on. I want to see why. 6.0 for 13 grand. Man, oh man, oh man. 1.5 for 7,300. Wow.
That's actually low.
That should be higher.
It will go higher.
I'm serious. 1.5. I would.
Yeah, that should be like a
$1.8
$10,000 book.
10 grand.
I think this book still has room to grow. 9.0 sold for 5,200. First appearance of classes, Nightcrawler and Thunderbird.
That is so low for a 9.0.
9.8,
oh my God.
72 grand. Oof.
Now
is mine signed by Chris Claremont. So cool. We're off by night number 1.
You don't have an ASM 300, Timo? You could have bought one yesterday on
Yeah.
I
Shameless
really-
plug.
started it for $1. If anyone
3
wants to know what it went through, I think it ended at 335.
Nice. 9.8 for 38.50. I'm not a fan of Venom. I mean, even though it's this historic comic book, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just sell it at the hype of, and now that Marvel's gonna do Venom movies, because let's be honest, those last two were oof.
Oh, that Uncanny Tales. Click on that. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
I just
Uncanny
find that at high
Tales.
grade. Jesus.
This is a good one.
2,500 for an 8.0. Wow.
That seems so reasonable. Look how dark that cover is. That must be
know,
a
look at
top
that.
book.
That is gnarly.
I love it.
Yeah. Good old 9.8 for 2,700. Wow.
That's big money.
Jeez. I guess I get mine graded. I'm in
Good
spec
lord.
these for the longest times. First appearance of Living Mummy, almost 2,700 and 9.8. Wow, highest known value was last year for 38.50. Wow, man, I was really specking these really early, telling everybody to buy them. Damn you all. First appearance of Paste Pot Pete and the Wizard. All right, there you go.
That's certain
Ace
doctor.
Pond Pete.
What's the highest known value? 72 grand for 9.0 or 9.2. All right, Doctor Strange.
Who does he
Oh,
become? Who does Pace Pop Pete become?
Dead. I don't know.
No,
Look at
Dead.
this
Dead.
one.
He
What?
Edition.
evolves into another character.
Los Fantásticos, number 4. ¿Qué? La antorcha humana. Mis lamas si extingues solo padre como una parte del
Bingo.
espejo.
God, we
y
have the best
si
chat on
escojo veo todo a cabo. Like that. Esta
That's good.
prisión de espresso y de espejos fe genia mago antorcha en la saldra.
Wow.
What is this? I need to get this now. Although it's interesting, it doesn't say it's a string. It's basically saying it's a Fantastic Four book.
Doesn't say what issue. And well,
They probably like Strange
you can
Tales.
tell what it is. Yeah.
Nobody wants it, so it's a Strange Tales 110 Mexican edition. Wow, 685 for 5.5.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one now. Does it? Wait, let me go back there. Does it feature the first appearance of Doctor Strange on it? Let me see.
Oh,
Where
in
is
the
it?
European one? Oh.
Yeah, the Mexican edition. Because it is a Strange Tales 110. So
It
I would
doesn't
assume.
say, though.
Yeah, well, it came out in shit, not too far. I wonder if it's one of those weird things where they just damn,
Sometimes they
it's
don't print
exact
them
same.
100% the same. It could be
Oh,
just
because you
half
know
the
why?
book.
Doctor Strange is a backup story on this.
Yeah,
It
he's the
may not
backup
have-
stories. This
yeah,
could be
it
just
may
the
not have
first half.
backup story.
Ah.
Bastardos. All right. Getting me all excited there and shit. God damn, man.
Thrawn.
The Thrawn
He's
book is-
coming.
It's
What
$2
the
grand.
hell? Wait a second. Am I reading this right? Oh, that's a raw no grade. That's why.
Oof.
Raw. I've been-
1,500.
It's a lot of money to
I'm
spend
looking
for
at
a no grade
a raw
raw.
one right now.
Well, that just means they
Price
couldn't
coming.
verify what the grade of it was.
Bam, look at that. So fine, even a mid-grade fine copy has got an FMV of $826, but the last sale was $1,100 yesterday. You're not helping my case, man. I'm never gonna get one of these.
So I had a slabbed copy. I'm trying to remember what it was. 9.0 or 9.2, which I used to trade for my Strange Tales 110 5.5. So yeah, it was a wash.
Okay.
I mean, that's a huge difference for first Punisher between if we go down here, I mean from 9.0 to like 9.8. Jeez.
Damn.
Even 9.8 seemed really reasonable to me. I'm sorry, but when you think about Ghost Rider sold for what, 250 grand almost. I mean, man, I don't know. Maybe he'll get some love when he gets the Feige effect, right? Or as Laura says, the Feige effect. All right.
Beige.
The
I was
face.
just,
I like beige.
I was just talking about this, how in early on in
Adam's
Silver Age and Bronze
cover?
Age, yeah, DC was already doing homages. Which one is this? Is this the homage or is this the one this is the homage?
This
227,
is
right?
the original, isn't it?
No, this is
this
an
So the
homage.
original
one
is
that
the
people are
Golden Age
homaging?
They're homaging an earlier issue of I forgot what it was. Gabe, you remember what it was?
I'm trying to remember which one it was, but it was a Golden
Yeah,
Age.
Neil Adams did homage to a.
So back in 1970, they were running out of ideas and homaging covers.
Well, shit, they did it with that House of Mystery #1. That's an homage. And that was 1951. So there you go. They've been homaging themselves for a long. Oh hell yeah! What's this? Looks like the lady in.
Oh, it
Red.
is. There it is. God, man, we got a great chat. So much knowledge.
Conan the Barbarian #5, 9.8 for 1,000 bones. I love this cover. Look at that. Look at all red dress. Kind of looks like Sigourney Weaver in Ghostbusters, right?
It
Gatekeeper goes are looking for the keymaster.
Oh my god, you just nailed it. Yes.
I'm the gate. Are you the gate? I'm the keymaster looking for the gatekeeper goes. Hey, make sure you guys get some of that spread right here. I don't invite my friends to these parties because it's a tax deductible. Rick Moranis is the man. I was just watching that the other day. That's why it's still fresh in my head. I'm the gate. Are you the gatekeeper Gerzer? I'm the keymaster. Yes, Your Honor. This man has no dick. Anyway, I can go on for days and days. Cats and dogs, dogs and cats living together. Human sacrifice. All right, I'm done. You know what? After I watched Ghostbusters, I was like, I have a jonesing to watch not the female version, but the other one with the kid from Stranger Things in it. Such a great adaptation, man.
I love this book. I had the Golden Records 45 when I was a kid that did this book.
Yeah.
And
first appearance of
this is one of my favorites.
I still think this is a great spec, man. I think an upcoming Spider-Man's funny thing is he was in the ones with Tobey Maguire. At least the character that remember she was married to him. Mary Jane, she was married to him, and remember he was J. Jonah Jameson's son, and he was an astronaut. So they were like laying.
They were laying the foundation. Yeah,
yes, they were. Yes, they were. Look at this goofy bastard's head. The Marvel family battles Mr. Triangle.
Mr. Fucking Triangle, get out of here with that shit.
Not very. Yeah.
Golden Age, everybody. Golden Age.
Poor Shazam. What are you gonna do, man? 8.5 for 700. You better get on these, son. I have a 9.6. I sold my 9.4. The Red Seal Comics. More. That is not even a good girl. She looks horrified. That's like
red dress.
You know how good girls, even in distress, they kind of like have a sexy look about them too. Look at that face. That's like I'm gonna die. The world's greatest comics. Wow, that's a bold.
I think that guy's meth lab in the background.
I know, right?
There's a lot going on here.
Yeah. Who is this guy? Chesler Dynamic Comics from 1945. Red Seal Comics. Ooh, never heard of him. Okay. Who's crying?
Yeah, my kid. Sorry.
The Unmasking of Harley Quinn. Look at that. Alan Scott. I don't know what he's doing, but all right. I'm digging it. 650 for a VG. Look at that. Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. Look at that. Safari for gorillas, zebra raiders, and giants of the Congo.
Again, the face is interesting.
And everything. It's scary.
Yeah.
Check out the eyebrows.
I don't know if I like that one.
Hey guys, I got to cut short. Sorry about that. I will catch you guys on Tuesday. Thanks for having me. Peace.
All right,
bye,
peace
JB.
out.
Good night, JB.
First appearance of the Prowler, which is he was so good in the Spider-Man Into the Universe, Across the Universe, or whatever the fuck it's called. It's Spider-Man animated film, damn it. Jesus. Yeah, so he was so cool in that. All right, boys and girls, thanks for hanging out with us. We're right upon the witching hour of 7 p.m. Pacific. Laura, any last words?
Yeah, make sure you guys sub the exclusive text line. We do have that book launching on Saturday. And then next week, we will be releasing a cover that I think you guys will be excited about. I know Gabe will be. So make sure you're following us on Instagram, and you'll know more.
It's either Prophet or Battle Chasers.
I don't know. You have to wait and see.
All right. Gabe, any last words?
All right, man. I'm excited for next week. See everybody then. Thanks.
All right. Peace out, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you Tuesday for the Shaker Show, or the top 10, excuse me. So until next time, boys and girls, keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.
TV created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is In this, you shall know that the Lord is
What the heck is the deal? I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is
What's in the box?